Coming to the different stages, wheat plant, that is Triticum aestivum, which forms the primary host for the fungus. Okay, the dikaryotic mycelium found in the wheat plant, which gets profusely branched, septate, and the cells have two nuclei, binucleated condition. The dikaryotic hyphae are formed by the germination of the acidiospores. Okay, on the primary host wheat plant, the Puccinia is produced. The mycelium of the Puccinia is produced by the acidiospores. On the basis of the nature of the spores, the life cycle of the Puccinia graminis is again divided into iridospore stage, teletospore stage, basidiospore stage, pycnidiospore stage, and acidiospore stage. Now first let us consider iridospore stage. The iridospores are stalked, unicellular, rounded, binucleate spores. They are produced on the wheat plant by the mycelium of the Puccinia graminis during early summer. The iridospores are stalked, unicellular structures. Okay, they are binucleate, produced on the wheat plant by the mycelium of the Puccinia graminis. The iridospore producing stage is called iridospore stage. This stage is found on the wheat plant, the primary host wheat plant. The wheat plant becomes infected by means of acidiospores, which are produced on the alternate host, the barberry plant. Acidiospores are produced on the barberry plant. They are carried on wheat plant and where they get to germinate. Okay. During the early summer, acidiospores infect wheat plant and produce dikaryotic mycelium. During early summer, acidiospores infect the primary host wheat plant and produce dikaryotic mycelium. The mycelium enters through the stomata and develops in the intercellular spaces of the tissues of the leaf and the stem. The fungus produces a number of reddish brown pustules, as you are observing on the chart, red streaks. Okay, they are get infected on the wheat plant. In the first figure, you are observing red streaks on the wheat plant. The fungus produces a number of reddish brown pustules or the streaks on the upper surface of the leaf. Each pustule is called iridosorus. Okay, it is consisting of number of iridospores. Each iridospore has a spore cell, okay, a long stalk and a foot cell. It is having the stalk and the head. The iridospore is an ovoid, stalked, unicellular and binucleate structure. The iridospore is an ovoid, stalked, unicellular and binucleate structure. It has thick wall consisting of two layers, outer exine and inner intine. The inner layer has four thin areas called germ pores. The epidermis of the host plant bursts. It kept open due to the pressure of the developing iridosauri, and thus the iridospores are get liberated. The iridospores are carried by means of wind currents, okay, and they get transferred to the fresh healthy wheat plant. The iridospores germinate on the wheat plant. Each iridospore produces one or more germ tubes through germ pores. The germ tube grows on the surface of the leaf and it reaches the stoma. On reaching the stoma, the germ tube swells at its tip into an elongated vesicle called appressorium. Now it is cut by means of the cross wall at the basal region.